Day 2 of London, England started with a walk along the Thames. It was so rainy and windy. I honestly am so happy that I brought my umbrella, but even when I used it, it just flipped inside out and broke. But I am happy that it rained on the day that I was inside. We passed by the Tate, and today's activity in particular was so exciting because we planned to go to Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. Our actual plan was just to have afternoon tea at the Swan right outside of the Globe Theatre, and then we realized that they do walking tours, and they were generally really inexpensive and so worth it because the only way to actually go inside the theater itself is by getting the tickets. First, we went through the museum at the Globe. It just gives you an idea of what things were like at the time. It gives you some information about the Globe Theatre as well as the history of London itself during that time. Then we popped over to the Swan for our afternoon tea. You have to book at least a week in advance. My mom booked like months in advance, but from what I hear, you need to book at least a week in advance for any kind of afternoon tea in London. The afternoon tea at the Swan was obviously a Shakespeare theme. It was a Romeo and Juliet theme. I got the royal blend of the tea and it was so delicious. Then they brought out the tray with sandwiches, scones, and desserts. And like I mentioned, we booked a walking tour for after the afternoon tea. So after our afternoon tea, wow, that's hard to say, we popped over to Shakespeare's Globe, did the walking tour, and I was allowed to film because the actors were actually on a break. So the tour guide was like, okay guys, here's your opportunity. Take out your phones, take videos, take pictures. Now this version of the Globe was built about 28 years ago after it's been burned down so many times. Then when we walked outside, we saw this dance battle happening, ? Everywhere that you look in London, something is happening, which is a really magical part of the city. Like, tell me why there's a dance battle and then 20 meters away, there's someone in a horse-drawn carriage. Anyways, we got Lena Stores for dinner and that was our day.